Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Samarambam Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Madhyamam Asmadacharya Varyantam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, visitors, viewers, Sarvanyapita Yajamans, Kartas, Shri Mahans, Kotari Tanedar, Kayakalpa Yoga participants, Nithyananda Hindu University students, Nithyananda E-Gurukul students, Sannyasis, Balasans, and everyone watching us live on Nithyananda TV, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Kailasa TV, Hinduism Now, Twitter and 2-way video conferencing having Nayana Diksha. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. Paramashiva's message directly from Sri Kailasa. Existence of Ishawaratva is nothing but the decision to own up the principle of creation, principle of sustenance, principle of rejuvenation, principle of delusion, principle of liberation in your existence. Understand? If you own up what you created, you sustained, you destroyed or rejuvenated, or you put yourself in delusion or freed from delusion, or from which you are liberated or liberating, want liberation. If you own up these 5 principles of your life, you become Ishvara for you. If you own up these 5 principles for a group of people, you become Kulapati to them, Ishvara to them. If you own up for a large number of people, you become Mandaleshwara. If you own up the same 5 principles for a Mahamandala, you become Mahamandaleshwara. If you own up these 5 principles for the whole universe, you become Ishvara of Brahmanda. That's all. Principle of existence of Ishvara is owning up for the creation principle you created, sustenance principle you created, destruction principle you created, delusion principle you created, liberation principle you created. Just see your life. I will start teaching you from Pindanda, your life, so you understand this. Owning up is the Adhomukha. Sixth phase means the unmanifest phase of Paramashiva. Understand? First, understand what you created. Please understand, only if you are in a Paramashanta Swarupa, you will own up for what you created. You have created so many wonderful things. Understand? The mechanism which converts blood into blood, which is functioning inside your body, you created. Nobody else created. You created. You learnt the science from cosmos and you created. Understand one thing. The greatest creation in the known universe is human body, and you created yours. Anybody who owns up that you created your body will manifest the power of altering it, healing it, updating it, upgrading it. All the powers related to altering, manipulating, upgrading, awakening, healing, powers related to body. So, if you want to manifest the powers related to your body, bring this cognition and own up for what you created. I tell you. For example, if you have a fatty liver, sit with your liver and say, yes, I created it. What for I created? Did I put myself in some delusion and allowed this to be created? Or did I actively cooperate and created this? What for I created this fatty liver? Just see, I tell you, owning up starts healing. And I tell you, fatty liver is such a simple problem. You just need to tell your stomach, hey, can you burn little more? I'll give you mantra as the feed material. You can use any mantra. You see, in Vedagamic tradition, any mantra described in Vedas and Agamas can be used. And use that mantra to awaken the Jadaragni, fire in the stomach. For example, if you feel strongly connected to Ganesha, talk to Ganesha, Ganapati, and tell him, I wanted you to be awakened in my stomach and clean up this fatty liver issue. Please help me. And as Ganapati's support, there are beautiful Ganapati mantras in Vedas and Agamas. Ganapati Adarvasya Upanishad. There is a beautiful Upanishad. Chant that Upanishad or listen to that Upanishad. There are beautiful Ganapati mantras. Listen to those mantras and use those mantras to ignite, awaken, intensify the fire in your stomach. And tell that fire, please clean up the liver. That's all. Please understand, I am not lying, false promising. I am giving you a straightforward, simple, conscious power. It is a conscious power. Same way, if you feel connected to Paramashiva, invoke him. Chant his mantra. Ask your stomach, Jataragni, to burn more and clean, detox the fatty liver. Same way, every step, everything. If you have a problem in your heart, and if you feel connected to Dakshinamurti, invoke Dakshinamurti. Oh Prabhu, please be awakened in my heart and heal it, detoxify it. In Hindu tradition, why just in Hindu tradition? I tell you, in reality, all these gods are available, alive. They are all in the dimension called isness, nitya. They are all established in that isness, nitya component. I tell you, just like length, breadth, depth, time, space, nitya, nityatva is the dimension. The eternal existence is a dimension. Amaratva, nityatva is the eternal existence. The isness is a dimension. Tatata is a dimension of the universe. And all gods and goddesses are established in that nityatva dimension. I tell you, owning up all that you created, whether physical health, external wealth, or mental health, or relationships, social status, conscious resources, powers. I tell you, being in Paramashanta Swarupa in the face of atrocities and injustice is a conscious power. And I can give you hundreds of examples. Ability to be in Nirahara Samyama means when that patterns are demanding food and it is flashing the pizza photograph in front of your eyes, or you are doing Nirahara Samyama, but within 24 hours in the dream you are having a full feast, and then you feel, what is this, what kind of a life, I am not even able to eat, what for I am yearning, what for I am alive, what for, this is injustice. Hey, you being brainwashed to eat all the shit and junk and filthy food-like products continuously and fall sick is the real brainwashing happening to you. Nirahara is not brainwashing you, it is stomach washing you, detoxing you. I am only asking, go for healthy juicing for a few days. When the patterns are pushing and demanding, aggressively forcing you to eat, and you being in Paramashanta Swarupa and managing Nirahara is a power, conscious power. When the tamas, inertness, dullness, Mudevi, we should not even give the title Devi for it. Inertness, tamas is pushing you to the bed. And depression, literally sulking and sucking your energy. You waking up and deciding to do yoga and start doing is a power. How much ever abuses, attacks, injustice, pains you may feel in your life, but sitting and connecting with Paramashiva And doing puja is a power, conscious power, conscious resources. Understand? You would have manifested so many conscious resources. Own up for it. When you own up what you manifested, what you created, what you are sustaining, what you are destroying, and how you were deluded and where you are still deluded, and how you need to get yourself out of delusion, and where all you have liberated yourself, where you need to further liberate yourself. Just own up. Owning up is the Atomukha, unmanifest face of Paramashiva, which is revealed only to yogis. Whoever owns up is yogi. Whoever does not own up is bohi. Whoever feels others are responsible, putting the onus on others, is rohi. Who does not even think about this owning up is shogi. When you own up, spontaneous, miraculous, immediate transformation starts in your life. Understand? If you are tired, bored, feeling overloaded, overwhelmed, own up that. Own up that. Own up. Owning up is the secret of Ishvaratva. One beautiful thing in your life is, if you own up now, even the past is recreated. Understand? Even the past is recreated, because past is not dead as you think. Past tense is dead, but past is not dead. Future tense is yet to manifest, but future is not yet to be manifested. Future is as much as happened as past. Past is as much as yet to happen as future. Future tense is will be. Past tense was. But past was not was. Past is. Future tense is will be. Future itself is not will be. Future is. Past, present, future is. Past tense was. Future tense will be. But past, present, future is. Tatata. Nityatva. Isness. Paramashiva Jnana, the ultimate revelation, from the space of Paramashiva. Just settle down and sit with Paramashanta Swarupa and look around. Don't be afraid. That is the first thing. Understand, you have amazing resources. As I said yesterday, death is a conscious resource you have. You need to know, once you have manifested human body, the whole science of manifesting human body is in your biomemory. You already have the technology, methodology of manifesting human body as part of your consciousness. Nobody can take it away. Unless you decide human life is too much of torture, let me not create human body, nobody else can stop you creating human body. That is the beauty of Paramashiva's existence, compassion, grace. Owning up. When you sit and start owning up from Paramashanta Swarupa, you will see 25 heads of Paramashiva starts operating in you also. And you will know what to manifest, what to sustain, what to destroy, and what to put in delusion, how to get yourself out of delusion, and from what you are liberated, from which you need to liberate yourself more. That's it. That's all. Nothing else. This owning up is the sixth phase of Paramashiva. Unmanifest, avyakta, adomukha, ajomukha, antimatter. All those words show the owning up phase of Paramashiva. When you own up, you are Ishvara. I want all my disciples to come to the Paramashiva space of Paramashanta Swarupa and own up. Yes, what we manifested, what we are sustaining, what are we destroying or rejuvenating, what is the components where we put ourselves in delusion and where all we need to pull ourselves out of delusion. What all we already achieved liberation, where all we need to achieve liberation. Tatpurusha Ishana, Satyojata Vamadeva Agora. When you own up, you are Paramashiva, you are Ishvara. If you own up your life, you become Ishvara for you, Atmeshwara. If you own up a group of people, their lives, own up for them, you become Kulapati. If you own up for a mandala, zone, for their life, you become Mandaleshwara. If you own up responsibility for a Mahamandala, you become Mahamandaleshwara. I tell you, I want all my disciples to take it very seriously. all my sannyasi disciples, take this as spiritual lesson. Gurukul Balasans, take this as a spiritual lesson. Today, you will all become Atmeshwara for yourself. Yes. These are all the places I manifested as Swamiji wanted. These are all the places I did not manifest as Swamiji wanted. These are all the places I sustained myself as Swamiji wanted. These are all the places I did not sustain myself as Swamiji wanted. These are all the places I rejuvenated myself as Swamiji wanted. These are all the places I did not rejuvenate myself as Swamiji wanted. These are all the places I pulled myself out of delusion as Swamiji wanted. These are all the places I missed and put myself in delusion even though Swamiji warned me. These are all the places I liberated myself as Swamiji taught me. These are all the places I missed it even though Swamiji taught me. Bring that understanding and own up. If you own up today, you will become Atmeshwara, Ishvara for yourself today. This is the way in Kailasa. You become Atmeshwara first, Ishvara for yourself. Then you become Ishvara for few people, Kulapati. Then you become Ishvara for a zone, Mandaleshwara. Then you become Ishvara for Mahamandala, larger zone, Mahamandaleshwara. Helping people to own up is making them become Ishvara for themselves. Help yourself to become Atmeshwara and help everyone around you to become Ishvara for their life, and go on helping more and more and more people to become Ishvara for their life. Ishvara for themselves. I tell you, it is the way you own up. Your life is decided. Don't think whole. Don't plan to become Ishvara for the whole universe. Immediately first, become Ishvara for your life, Atmeshwara. Once you are successful, in few days actually you will be successful. I tell you, it's not that even for your own life, you should become Ishvara 100%. No. If you just understand that knack and methodology and cognize it, that's enough. That same principle you can start applying tomorrow itself. Then you can start becoming Kulapati. Then you can start becoming Mandaleshwara. Then you can start becoming Mahamandaleshwara. But start from Atmeshwara. Don't plan to start becoming Mahamandaleshwara first. First Atmeshwara, owning up, then step by step by step. Whoever decides to own up become gods of Kailasa. Whoever tries to put the blame on others manifests so much of delusion and violence, they become demons, rakshasas. Understand, vegaha, sanyoga, visesha virodhi. Action and reaction are equal and opposite. One side gods, other side demons will exist forever. But if you sit in Paramashanta Swarupa and start owning up, you will become Ishvara beyond these two, action and reaction. You will become Paramashiva, Parameshwara, beyond action and reaction. Owning up is the master key. Owning up is the word. Owning up is the sutra. Owning up is the Adho-mukha, Ajo-mukha, Ajata-mukha, unborn face. F-A-C-E-P-H-A-S-E. The face of Paramashiva should be translated as F-A-C-E face, P-H-A-S-E face, both. It is a face with identity, face of the dimension, existence, both. That's a beauty of Paramashiva. He is identity and dimension, both. The dimension's identity is face of Paramashiva. When I say Ishana, it is the liberating F-A-C-E of Paramashiva, liberating P-H-A-S-E of Paramashiva. Face and pace, both. So understand, Ajata, unmanifest, is the decision to own up. Even if you have so much of fear, guilt, incompletion, shivering, overwhelming, to own up for that also. Decide to own up. Much of your fear, shivering, anger, anxiety, overwhelming is not really is there in your head. Just a cup of coffee, it'll all melt down. One day kadka pudi, a good stomach wash, castor oil, suddenly you will see 90% of your fear has disappeared. 90% of the time, now you are active, alive. The quality of life has changed. I tell you, detox your system. Own up for your existence. So much of suffering will reduce. So much of joy will be manifested. I tell you, the principles of creation, love, Parashakti, all the motherly qualities, love, even all the 5 yama, like ahimsa, satya, asteya, aparigraha, brahmacharya. Yesterday one of my daughter was telling me that, Swamiji, Yama is now my new friend. Yama and Kalabhairava are helping me. What a sweet cognition. I was so happy. I tell you, when you understand Yama is your friend and guru, you will understand Kathopanishad. Just like how Nachiketa related with Yama as guru, relate with Yama. Yama and Yamadharma is one and the same. Yamadharma maintains the dharma of Yama. Understand? Non-violence is such a power to manifest what you want in your life. Aparigraha, living with minimal things, is such a power to manifest what you want. Asteya, non-stealing, is a power to manifest what you want. asteya, aparigraha, brahmacharya, satya. All these are powers to manifest what you want. The more and more you add these 5, more and more you create, manifest. More and more you manifest joy. You manifest bliss. You manifest enlightenment. And I tell you, when you add more and more non-violence, you will be very even strategic in handling the enemies who are trying to attack you. You will know very clearly where to stop them. And you don't want to waste your time in unnecessary fighting. You only know, all right, stop there, that's it. Do your work, live your life. I will live my life. I am not interested in you. Just carry on. Past is past. You go and you live your life. We live our life. You know where to stop them. Understand? A non-violent, strategic way of dealing even with your enemies is Brahmanical. Is the Brahmanatva, Chanakyatva. Never picking up violence as weapon. Just go on only responding to the level where they need to be kept away, where you can do what you need to do to the world. Understand? If you know what for you need freedom, what is the purpose of your freedom, and maintain that, just make sure you are completing your mission and your enemies don't interfere in that. That much you will be able to easily handle beautifully if you sit in Paramashanta Swarupa and add more and more ahimsa, non-violent component in your thinking. A non-violent strategic thinking knows how to go on be manifesting what you need to manifest. See, I understood very clearly what is my purpose of existence and what for I need freedom. What is my freedom? Even the idea of freedom, the definition differs. I don't need a freedom to go to a mall because I am never going to go. And even when I was revered, respected, received and shown around the world's largest mall, I came out empty-handed. I want to tell you, this really happened. One of the world's largest mall owner is my disciple, where they sell from the table pin to helicopter, everything. And he took me around the whole mall, and I was the chief guest for his one wing inauguration. He was inaugurating one wing. The mall was already running. He was inaugurating one wing, and he took me to inaugurate. Invited me. I went, and we have photographs, everything. We will present it in the social media. And he took me around, and maybe that was one of the longest time I have ever spent in my life in any mall. 6 hours I walked around. It was such large mall. And I walked around. End of the trip, he said, Swamiji, anything you want, it's yours. Please choose, pick up. And I told him, honestly, I am telling, nothing seems to be anyway, even not only not useful, relevant to my life. He said, Swamiji, please Don't tell me that. It's pride of our mall. Please have something. I said, please understand that I'm not disrespecting you or your love. Nothing seems to be relevant for me. Because for my existence, I know what I want. Of course, if you had these Rudrakshas, I would have surely picked up from the mall saying, hey, give me this Rudrakshas. Because it may be relevant for me. I'll wear when I'm giving satsang. But nothing was relevant to me, to my existence. Absolutely being clear about your existence and not accumulating anything which is not relevant for you is aparigraha. I am not saying don't acquire what is directly relevant to your existence. Have a comfortable life. Just decide not to accumulate things which are not relevant to your life. That's all. You will have aparigraha. The first step of aparigraha will start happening. If you just disown what you really don't need to run your life, your existence. Oh, someday it may be needed for me. That is where the delusion creeps in. Delusion creeps in. What is not needed for you, decide to disown. I just know what is the freedom I need. I don't need freedom to walk around in the mall. I may need freedom maximum to walk in the beach in the evenings in Paramashanta Swarupa, in the space of Paramashiva Samadhi. Being in the Samadhi, if it is the time when the moon will be bright, like from Dvatasi of Shukla Bhaksha to Panjami of Krishna Bhaksha. Dvatasi is the 12th day of the Shukla Bhaksha and Panjami is the 5th day of the Krishna Bhaksha. This may be this side few days, this side 5 days and that side 5 days, or maybe a little more than 10 days. It will differ from month to month as per Hindu calendar. The Shukla Bhaksha, Dvatasi, and Krishna Bhaksha, Panchami, this 10 days maximum. That 10 days I may want to walk in the beach in the night time. I may need freedom for that. In the evenings, I may just sit in Samadhi. In the beach, I may need freedom for that. And then morning, I'll come and sit and give satsang. I may need freedom for that. I just know what is my freedom. What is the freedom I need? So I choose my life that way. And I plan my life that way. So I feel I'm absolutely liberated, free. No one can touch my freedom, my liberation. I create the liberation I wanted. I create the life I wanted. I sustain the life I wanted. I destroy the things which I don't want and rejuvenate and manifest as I wanted. I pull myself out of delusion wherever the delusion tries to be pushed on me, or wherever the delusion gets engaged or entertained, and I liberate myself more and more the way I want. So I own up. I become Ishvara for my life. And I teach everyone to become Ishvara for your own life. Understand? Each of the creative aspects of life, love added to your system, leads to enlightenment, leads to liberation, leads to more and more joy, bliss. You need to know life as such is beautiful, absolute Paramashiva. Understand? Whether the air you are breathing in or the people happening in the life is absolutely beautiful. You just need to know what you need to manifest, what you need to sustain, what you need to rejuvenate, what you need to pull out of delusion, what you need to liberate. That's it. Owning up is key. I will make this principle, truth, as a reality to all my disciples and devotees who declare their integrity to me today. This is my gift to my disciples and devotees. Understand this truth. Change in your life can be drastic and absolute. The transformation can be spontaneous and complete the moment you own up. Owning up is Ishvaratva. Now, sit with Atma Linga in your hand. By the grace of Paramashiva, I'll connect all of us to Paramashiva and Sri Kailasa and make all my disciples, devotees who declare their integrity to me, to experience Ishvaratva, Parameshwaratva. Sit straight. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
கருணார்ணவமாய் கருதக்கதினல்கும் அருணாச்சல சிவமீதா. அதுவே தலம் அருணாச்சலம் தலம் யாவிலும் அதிகம். அது பூமியின் இதயம் அறி அதுவே சிவன் இதய பதியாமொரு மருமத்தலம் பதியாம் அவன் அதிலே பதிவானொளி மலையாய் நிதம் அருணாச்சலமெனவே. அருணாச்சல பே மார்கழியில் ஆதிரை அஜோதி எழும் ஈசனை மால் முன்னமரர் ஏற்றி வழிபட்ட நாள் மாசி சிவராத்திரி அம்மற்கு கிரியாக தங்களருளால் உலகம் தாங்குவதற்கன்றி இங்குறைவன் சித்தனென என்றும் எனதுள்ளிரும் புகைப்பல் போகமொடு என்றுள்ளே எல்லா உலகும் தகையவியலால் புல்லாவினைகள் குணமாம் புகலீது இல்லாததுவாம் எது கண்ணுறலால் எல்லாரருணாச்சலமாம் இதுவே எல்லாரருணாச்சலமாம் இதுவே தெரியல்லை உற்று கண்ணுற்றால் கருத்தினால் தூர கருதினாலுமே வருத்தமுறாது வராத வேதாந்த அறுத்த விஞ்ஞானம் ஆர்க்கும் உண்டாமே அறுத்த விஞ்ஞானம் ஆர்க்கும் உண்டாமே யோசனை மூன்றாம் இத்தலவாசற்கு ஆசருதி கையாதியின்றியுமின் பாசமில் சாயுச்சியம் பயக்கும் ஈசனாம் என்றன் ஆணையினானே ஈசனாம் என்றன் ஆணையினானே
ஒன்றுவார் பிறக்கின்னாமுன் உண்மையர் பன்னோய் துண்ணி ஒன்றுராது वर्षा करते देवगण, हर्षित अंबर धरा दिशा है। स्वयं ही रचना स्वयं रचयिता, सकल विश्व के गाय शिवा है। यज्ञ स्वरूपाय जटाधराय, पिनाकहस्ताय सनातनाय, दिव्याय देवाय दिगंबराय, तस्मै यकाराय नमः शिवाय। प्रेम की परिभाषा है दोनों, प्रेम की अभिलाषा है दोनों। पराकाष्ठा संबंधों की, आदर्शों के ज्ञानी पिता है। स्वयं ही रचना स्वयं रचयिता, सकल विश्व के गाय शिवा है। यज्ञ स्वरूपाय जटाधराय, पिनाकहस्ताय सनातनाय, दिव्याय देवाय दिगंबराय, तस्मै यकाराय नमः शिवाय।
குழப்புவழியன்ன கவிடுபடுபத்தல், விளக்கு அழலுருவின் விசிவுரு பச்சை, எய்யா இளஞ்சூர் செய்யோ நவ்வயிற்று ஐதுமயரொழுகி, தோற்றம் போல கொள்ளம் பொத்திய பொதியுரு போர்வை, அணைவாழவன் கண்
शिवा
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, living and radiating the state, space, powers, being superconsciousness, Sri Kailasa of Paramashiva, Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.